And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day today. LeBron James fanboys, if you are looking for a place to hear good news about your king, this is not the place for you. So we all know that the Lakers this season, they got off to a good start, depending on how you look at it. You can look at it as they got off to a good start because of their record, or you can look at it for the truth is they got off to a good start because they weren't playing some of the better teams in the NBA. And once they started playing some real competition, well, we see what happened. And the latest is they got absolutely mollywopped by the Minnesota Timberwolves. But it seems LeBron James, true to what he's really done all of his career, is having some shooting troubles. So this article is coming from CBSSports.com. Says LeBron James, mired in shooting slump, is finally showing real signs of decline as he nears his 40th birthday. LeBron James is in the middle of one of the worst shooting slumps in NBA history. In his last 4 games, he missed all 19 of his three-point attempts. That's just a hair below R.J. Barrett's record of 21 missed three-pointers without a make across a 4-game stretch. But it's ultimately not that rare in the grand scheme of James' career. We all know this. He's always been somewhat a streaky shooter. He won his first 2 MVP awards shooting well below league average on threes. His worst three-point shooting season, 30.9% since his rookie year, 29.0% came in his magical championship campaign of 2016. The jump shooting was always more of a bonus where he was concerned because in just about every other area, he was, well, LeBron, the Duck. You can get away with shaky shooting when you're great at pretty much everything else. And let me add to that, yes, you can get away with shaky shooting if you want to be 4-6 in the finals. This is how you bake that 4-6 cake that LeBron has made so well in his career. It says, let's not forget the free throws as well. See, these are. I'm sorry. I gotta stay on this for just a second. See, these articles. It just ignores so many things. Let me start from the top of this. So it says, the jump shooting was always more of a bonus where he was concerned because in just about every other area, he was LeBron. Says you can get away with shaky shooting where you're great at pretty much everything else. Well, what is everything else? Because they're not going to talk about his lack of defense and everything else either. Like I said, they're not going to talk about his free throw shooting. They're not going to talk about the fact that he can only play the system way. But anyway, let's continue. It says, but the Lakers' 109-80 loss to the Timberwolves on Monday night was the culmination of a disturbing trend, one that has given us our first real glimpse into what LeBron will be when he's no longer LeBron. The 0 for 4 shooting on three-pointers is forgivable, but James also shot just 4 of 12 on 2-pointers, totaling just 10 points. He needed a fourth quarter free throw just to cross the double-digit scoring threshold. It's something he's now done in 1,243 consecutive regular season games, but it isn't coming quite as easily anymore. There was an 11-point outing against Phoenix earlier this season and a 12-pointer against the Thunder on Friday. James had only 2 games with 12 points or less last season, and one of them was a blowout in which he played less than 25 minutes. He's already topped that by December 2nd this season. And yeah, I'm not quite sure why they said, but James also shot just 4 of 12 on 2-pointers. Like, LeBron James, fanboys, let me say this for you guys, because everybody else already knows this information. Let me say this for you fanboys. LeBron James is not great outside of 3 feet. Now, see, last season, he shot a decent percentage on 3-pointers, and everybody was, oh, well, LeBron, because myself and everyone who watches the game has said LeBron James hasn't improved significantly on any aspect of his game. And you fanboys were quick to throw up, oh, well, he's shooting great in 3-pointers this season. And I said, this is one season. You don't get congratulations for one season out of 21 seasons that you happen to shoot a decent 3-point percentage and think that's some evidence of you improving. That improvement has to be shown through several seasons. And here we are with him missing the last 19 3-pointers he's taken. But yeah, LeBron James isn't good outside of 3 feet. All you got to do is look that up, fanboys. You know, something that you guys don't like to do. Well, maybe you're incapable of doing it. Anyway, let's continue. It says, through 21 games, James is averaging a flat 22 points. Only his rookie average of 20.9 was lower. He's been above 25 every year since until now, and his playing time is near identical to what it was a year ago. The volume isn't as concerning as the underlying efficiencies, though. The numbers actually suggest the Lakers would be better off getting less of LeBron, but getting a better version of him while he's out there. The Lakers have been a staggering 15.9 points per 100 possessions better with LeBron James off the floor. Is this really new? I'm surprised that this article, even though this article is doing some serious capping for LeBron, as we would expect any media application to do, I'm actually surprised that they're actually saying some of the stuff that they're saying, like the Lakers would be better off with LeBron James playing less. But we're going to hold up there. Yeah, this is completely true. Like I said, fanboys, if you're looking for good news on your king, this is not the place for you. Like I said, the Lakers started off, decently, but I said I'm not gonna comment on this Lakers win streak at the beginning of the season because, again, it's just that. It's the beginning of the season. But as we start to see how things play out, we see so many things that just start to look like previous seasons for LeBron James. It doesn't change. LeBron James is a vampire on his team and is a vampire on the NBA fanboys. LeBron James is just sucking up money and sucking up resources from teams and sucking up time from other players. And, I will say this. It looks like it looks like Bronny comes by his poor shooting, honestly. It looks like it's no mistake that Bronny can't shoot. It looks like he comes by it, honestly, from his father. But yeah, I watched the highlights from the Timberwolves game, and LeBron just looks to me terrible at this point. It's going to be very interesting to see how much longer he tries to play, because I think just a few weeks ago he said something like he has 1 or 2 more years left. And here's the thing, LeBron James is going to be in a very hard dilemma when it comes to retiring, because it's like, because LeBron hasn't worked on his game, and he won't be able to, like, I think when LeBron falls off, like, he's literally going to fall off a cliff. Like, for whatever people want to say about Michael Jordan in the Wizards years, you can say, Michael Jordan's Wizards years wasn't his Chicago years. But you can also say that those Wizards years, it's not like Michael Jordan didn't look like trash on the Wizards. He just didn't look like the unhuman form of Michael Jordan that we all were used to seeing. But he was still cooking people. He was still playing defense. As a matter of fact, I would go as far as to say the only thing that really interfered with Michael Jordan's Wizards years was the fact that he got injured. But before he got injured, the Wizards were en route to the playoffs. So to me, the only thing that really interfered was him getting injured, and he was never the same after getting that injury. But had he not got injured, it's always coulda, shoulda, woulda. But I mean, just based on the way things were trending at the time, like I said, he had the Wizards, I think, ranked either, I can't remember if it was top 3 in defense in the league or just in their conference. But he had the Wizards playing some great defense before he got injured. Like I said, they were en route to be in the playoffs before he got injured. This is one man who had not played basketball in 4 years, and remember, before he came back, Ron Artest broke his ribs. So he had to recover from that right before getting back into the season. So, yeah, this is not the same kind of thing. But I believe when LeBron James, and it depends on how you your perspective on falling off a cliff, but when LeBron James falls off the cliff, which is coming, he's not going to even be able to look remotely respectable on the court. I mean, you can argue that he doesn't look that now. We've all been saying that he should have been retired because, if you actually pay attention to the game, then you see what's happening. You see that LeBron James is far from capable of carrying a team to wins and making them a championship contender. But, I would even go further than that and say that LeBron, here we go, fanboys. Let me say this about your king. I know this is going to hurt your feelings, and I'm here for it. Like, we're all here for it. I hope it hurts your feelings. Your king has never been the kind of player that can make a team a serious championship contender unless he had other players that were pretty much just as great as he was or better than he was on the team. Like Dwayne Wade, like Kyrie Irving, like Anthony Davis. This is the only time your king is actually capable of being having a team that's truly has potential to compete as a champion. Any LeBron James led team where there's no other players of that status is not capable because LeBron James is not a leader. He can't actually lead a team of true role players to championships. He can't do it because he's not a great leader. He's not a great leader because LeBron James is not a do as I do kind of leader. He's a do as I say while I don't do what I do. I'm going to tell you to play defense while I sit and watch a man run right past me and I look at you like you're crazy when I could have just easily slid over 2 feet and tried to contest the layup. But this is LeBron James. So LeBron James has never actually been that kind of player who was capable of carrying a team and making them a serious championship contender. Now, LeBron James, he's the kind of player who can get his numbers. This is what he has built his career on, is getting his numbers. This is what he does. This is the only thing that matters to him. This is the only thing that matters to his ridiculous foreign kingdom that follows him down any dark alley. No matter what is going on, you guys will follow LeBron James across all mountains and valleys trying to protect this guy, when at the end of the day it's not going to matter, because again, you guys are the only ones who delusional enough to believe this stuff. But anyway, we're gonna hold up here. I mean, yeah, so LeBron James, he's in a shooting slump, but at the end of the day, LeBron James has never been a great shooter. Like I said, this article is trying to sugarcoat how weak of a shooter LeBron James has always been. LeBron James is no good outside of 3 feet. This has always been the case. To me, his best shooting years were in Miami. To me, his best overall years were in Miami, and that was for a couple of reasons. That's because Pat Riley was there, and he's a person of accountability and holding people accountable. To me, Miami held LeBron James accountable more than any other team that he's been on. So you saw the best of LeBron James, but even that, he doesn't get any credit for it, because again, D-Wade, Chris Bosh, eventually Ray Allen came onto the squad. Like, you don't get any credit for that. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. What do you think of this so-called shooting slump that the Deer is in? Do you think he's going to come out of it? Do you think this is a slump at all? Or do you think this is just what LeBron James does? He can't shoot. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. You all have a truly fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. All right.